The lake was silent, too silent. A single dog sat in the middle of the frozen surface, unmoving, like a statue carved from the cold. Snow fell gently around it, but it didn't flinch. People passed by, slowing down just long enough to stare. Some called out, whistled, even tossed food toward it. But the dog didn't react. Not to voices. Not to movement. Not even to hunger. It just kept staring, at the ice beneath its feet. Hours passed. The sky grew darker. And still, it didn't move. When someone finally tried to get closer, the dog stood up suddenly. A low growl escaped its throat. Not aggressive, but warning. Like it was saying, "Stay back." That's when the call was made. By the time the rescuers arrived, the temperature had dropped even lower. Their boots crunched against the ice as they approached slowly. The dog watched them, carefully, intensely. Not afraid. Not desperate. Focused. One of the rescuers stepped closer, cautiously lowering himself to the ground. He pressed his ear against the frozen surface. At first, nothing. Just the hollow sound of ice. Then, a faint noise. So quiet it almost didn't exist. A soft, fragile cry. His eyes widened. He knocked on the ice, listening again. There it was. Something was alive, underneath. Everything changed in that moment. Tools were brought out. The team moved quickly, carefully. Each strike against the ice echoed through the still air. Cracks began to spread, thin lines turning into fractures. The dog stepped back, just enough. But it didn't leave. Not even for a second. Like it understood, this was the moment it had been waiting for. The ice finally gave way. Water surged upward, dark and freezing. One rescuer reached in, arm disappearing into the cold. For a second, nothing. Then, movement. He pulled up something small, soaked, barely breathing. A tiny animal, weak, trembling between life and silence. They wrapped it quickly, shielding it from the cold. Rubbing gently, trying to bring it back. Seconds felt like minutes. Then, a small breath. A twitch. Life. And in that quiet moment, the dog slowly walked forward. No excitement. No barking. Just calm, steady steps. It lowered itself beside the rescued animal. And gently rested its head next to it. As if to say, "I'm here now." The rescuers paused, watching in silence. Because this wasn't just survival. This was something deeper. Something unspoken. The sky began to lighten, a faint sunrise breaking across the horizon. Warm light touched the frozen lake for the first time. And for the first time, the dog looked away from the ice. Not because it gave up, but because it didn't need to watch anymore. It had stayed. It had waited. And it had saved a life. So tell me, if you saw that dog sitting there, would you have kept walking? Or stopped long enough to listen?